Well, it's time to review all 6 Terminator movies. Okay, Sequelathon Terminator franchise. Disclaimer, I did a small review of Terminator 5 Genesis, even though it's appearing in this video. The small single review is already up, so let's begin. Terminator is a 1980 horror action film by James Cameron, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger as the silent and deadly machine that is targeting Linda Hamilton, while Michael Biehn is sent from the future to stop the Terminator. Terminator 1 was an awesome spectacle of practical effects and special effects done by Stan Winston. It would also be followed by the smash hit Terminator 2, which came out in 1991, and with even better, which was even better in my opinion than Terminator 1. And then we have young John Connor, who is played by Edward Furlong, who is being hunted down by the more advanced T-1000 by Robert Patrick. This movie did a lot better, and Arnie reprises his role. But T3 is the weakest of the films. Arnie's back, but Nick Stahl is John Connor. Christiana Loken plays the TX, a liquid metal and skeleton hybrid Terminator, and pretty much you think the Terminator franchise would have died, but no. Then we got Terminator 4, and Terminator 4 has a certain freak-out episode where Christian Bale, who plays John Connor, did a similar to what Wesley Snipes did when they created the third Blade movie. They had a massive freak-out when someone messed around on the set. Sadly, this movie was supposed to set a new trilogy of future war films that never got off the ground, so we didn't get that. So it was a big flop. But I do suggest the director's cut for Terminator Salvation, because it does fix a lot of the issues that the PG-13 cut was ruined. Terminator 5 Genesis, which I've already talked about, is pretty much a soft reboot of the series where you have Kyle Reese and Sarah Connor, but instead Sarah Connor and Kyle Reese goes back to save Sarah Connor, but Sarah Connor already is protected by a Terminator named Pops, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Anyway, Pops is played, who becomes basically a father figure as the Terminator killed Sarah Connor's parents in that timeline, thus creating a whole new timeline where in 2017 they end up having to go back to 2017 to stop Skynet, or Genesis as it's referred to, and it turns out that the big bad guy is actually just John Connor, which kind of ruins the whole thing of Terminator 2. But this was set in an alternate universe. Then follows the strangest of all the Terminator films, Terminator 6 Dark Fate. Now, Terminator 6 Dark Fate is actually a direct sequel to Terminator 2. It erases the events of Terminator 3, Terminator 4, and Terminator 5, and none of these movies are supposedly in that franchise. They were pretty much written out, but here's the twist. The Terminator comes, a Terminator pretty much shows up, kills Edward Furlong's John Connor off, and then Sarah Connor disappears from the movie, and then we're left with the character named Danny, who pretty much is followed behind by her own protective Terminator, who gets sent back in time from her, because John Connors is dead, so the whole timeline is erased. And then we find out that Arnold Schwarzenegger's Terminator, who killed him, has been secretly sending messages to Sarah Connor, and allowing and giving her a hand, leading into an ultimate battle between him and what's called a Rev 9, which is pretty much a weird combo of advanced Terminator. This pretty much ends my review. Terminator 6 isn't as bad as critics said, but the movie itself feels like a slap to the face for any fans of the original franchise. So I say buy the first 2 Terminator movies, Terminator 1 and Terminator 2, and ignore this movie. Thank you all for watching.